The last movie we watched this week, maybe a B minus, who knows, is the 2023 film Freelance, as requested and picked by Sinful Dante, aka Dylan. I don't know why I went such a preamble there.
Huh. Very interesting way to go about that. Anyway, Freelance...
Why'd you call him Sinful Dante?
Because that's my Discord name. Anyway.
Why did anything happen?
Anyway, Freelance is a movie about John Cena. He was an ex-Green Beret. He's now a lawyer. Gets called in to do some security work for a fucking journalist or whatever about this country. And then they find out a lot of bad stuff happening, and a coup happens. He ends up protecting the president of this country. And then he ends up fixing everything and stopping the bad companies from making money off of his country or something. And the president sends him like $5 million at the end of the movie, and he's not a lawyer anymore.
When we see the map of this country, it's like Paraguay or something.
Holy smokes, no way.
Bad fun fact, terrible. What the fuck? You should have just said the shower thing.
Should I? Well, I already spoiled that one, unfortunately.
Well, then don't spoil your fun facts.
Well.
Dylan, what are you ranking this one?
Anyways, I'm at a C, a flat C.
Yeah, I'm also
at a
C.
C minus.
Nico?
What'd you say, Nico?
So Dylan, well, I was just gonna say that's above Kill Bill Part 2. Dylan, what was it that you liked so much about this film?
It's entertaining to watch.
We fucking broke his heart when we started berating him for that Kill Bill ranking.
You were berating me?
He's checked out. Oh, he's in this mood. All right.
No,
so
I
this
legitimately
film,
don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't paying attention to what you guys were saying. I just was listening to you guys break down the movie.
Oh, he's in that mood.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. Okay.
So this film, it has a pretty bad rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and as usual, come on, guys, it's not that bad. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad.
The problem is a lot of these critics, they don't watch bad movies ever, and so their range is like from generic to great.
Yeah.
Which just means everything gets shifted down so that like generic movies are bad in their eyes.
Mm.
This movie does have a lot of like bad stuff in it, though, is the thing. Like,
Yeah.
It's not just generic, it's bad and generic.
I don't think it's terrible in generic.
I'm not saying it's terrible, I'm just thinking it's bad. That's why I gave it a flat C.
The only positive I have is I don't hate the premise of it. And then my negatives are, the action scenes are terrible.
Oh my fucking
The biggest
God.
thing that stands out is where the fuck are all the bullets?
Yeah.
Nobody dies.
they're-
Like in that final scene, everyone's just shooting around, but nobody's getting shot or dying. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. And they either, I mean, I can't even say they don't have the budget, because you can just do bullet hits with CGI. So, like, they just didn't care enough to make these action scenes feel as chaotic as they're supposed to be. And, like, this is a problem from the very first action scene where he's in the car, and you have these people firing fucking, I think they have, like, fucking turrets on the back of the thing, and they're shooting at him in a Jeep, and they're, you know, in a good action movie, you're expecting there to be tons of, there's like sparks flying, his bullets are hitting his car, and the windshield's getting cracked constantly, and there's like hardly any of that. It seems like everyone is missing by so far that it's not even getting captured on camera where bullets are hitting.
They got stormtroopers for actors.
Yeah. Why is that? Oh, and then this is kind of a silly complaint, but it's a complaint where I'm like, if you change this movie would be slightly more interesting at least. Why have the dictator step down? Like, because like this movie is almost doing something interesting where it's like, hey, maybe dictators aren't inherently bad just because the U.S. government says so. But then, you know, the Hollywood-brained writers have to be like, well, you know, you can have a dictator be a protagonist, but they have to voluntarily give up power at the end of the movie. Like that's just an ironclad rule with movie dictators if you're going to portray them as anything other than abject evil. And I think it's very funny to me that a private military corporation saves the day at the end of the movie.
Oh, you know.
This movie is very confused in what it's trying to say, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not entirely sure it knows what it's trying to say.
Yeah. I think the positives for me are just the dictator character. I think he's fun to watch on screen. I think the guy does a good job acting. And I think John Cena is just kind of like a funny straight man, you know? He's just always making those, like, I can't fucking believe I'm in this bullshit moment right now. And he's just fun. He's fun to watch. The reporter I do not like particularly at all. It feels like her character completely flip-flops in, like, the first, like, 10% of the movie, and it's just kind of stupid. There's the whole believability of, like, why the fuck does fucking John Gunman, the main character, whatever his name is, just, like, totally take the side of the dictator so quickly? Like, he watches one interview with, like, this interview, of course, it's supposed to be a big thing that's gonna, like, flip-flop the whole world's perception of this guy. He answers one fucking question, and that's it. That's a wrap. There's no back and forth. He just answers one question with, like, some big speaking of grandeur. There's no substance to it at all, and that everyone just fucking loves him. And the structure of it, too, is just fucking stupid. I said this when we were watching this, but genuinely, all they had to do was just have, like, when the dictator and the main character get separated from the reporter, they have, like, that one-on-one where the dictator tells our main guy that he wasn't the fault of, like, his team dying or anything. Why didn't they have that before the main character decides to fucking help the dictator escape from the military? I can't put myself in the head of our main guy as to not just shoot the fucking dictator when he has the chance. It just doesn't make any sense to me at that point. Like, other than, like, he was supposed to be convinced exclusively from that interview. In the interview, I don't like. It's just stupid. Whereas I could see it making more sense if he had already known the context of the dictator, you know, not having a problem, or not being the problem in his hatred for the country as a whole. It just seems fucking stupid and poorly set up. Like Tanner said too, the action's fucking not good in this movie at all. Especially, like, the whole scene where they're running away from the helicopter is just baffling. To say the least. It's just really fucking stupid and bad, but kind of in a campy way, so it's a little fun. Right off at the start of the movie too, we get all this drama about him hurting his back, and then they just, like, basically don't address it for the rest of the movie. We get, like, one scene when he's fucking playing bumper cars on the bridge, and he gets out, and they have a little talk about his bad back. And then he's just totally fine for the rest of the fucking movie, and it's just not an issue. Like, why even bring it up, man, if you're just gonna completely ignore it? It doesn't make any sense. Do I want to? I'm gonna pause there and just say, you know, this movie's got problems. It's just kind of boring and stupid for me. That's kind of what it boils down to. But, you know, I think some of the characters are fun to watch. That's really all that, like, elevates it. It also just drags on, man. The final scene in, like, the fucking compound or whatever, it just feels like it goes on forever for me.
You know, I will say though, this film did get me pretty inspired to be willing to vote for a dictator.
Interesting.
Hell yeah.
Generally though, yeah, I agree with my husband, I would say. I pretty much unanimously agree with everything Jackson has said thus far.
Fantastic.
To answer your question, Tanner, no.
I'm gonna stick with my C-.
I'll stick with my B+.
C for me.
What did you say, Nico? C?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also sticking at my C. And that lands it at a C+ overall. How exciting.
I'm so good at math.
Fantastic.